How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. The 2019 All-NBA teams have been announced, with Steph Curry, James Harden, Paul George, Giannis, and Nikola Jokic making All-NBA first team. You can argue the three best players in the NBA today, and Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, and LeBron James didn't make All-NBA first team. James didn't make it for the first time since 2007. While there were many great players in the past that never had a chance to make All-NBA first team because they were better players at their positions in their eras. With that said, here are 15 of the greatest players in NBA history who never made All-NBA first team. Number 15, Chauncey Billups, who's one of the most underappreciated point guards in the mid-2000s. The former Finals MVP didn't have eye-popping stats, but was one of the best leaders and floor generals, and did everything he needed for his team to win. Made second team All-NBA in 2006, averaged 18.5 points, 8.5 assists for a 64-win Pistons team, finished 5th for MVP, but was the second best point guard that year behind Steve Nash, where Chauncey was a way better defender. You can even make the argument Mr. Big Shot had a better season than Nash that season. He also made All-NBA third team in 07 and 09, overshadowed by Gilbert Arenas, Chris Paul, and Dwayne Wade. Number 14, Tony Parker. The four-time NBA champion, made second team All-NBA 3 times from 2012 to 2014. Is also one of the most underappreciated point guards of his generation. TP finished second in the point guard spot behind MVP winner Derrick Rose in 2011 and behind Chris Paul in 2013 and 2014. Paul was the better overall player, but his Clippers were disappointing in the playoffs, while Parker was arguably the best player on the Spurs those years, making back-to-back finals. Number 13, Chris Bosh. The 11-time All-Star was also very underappreciated and doesn't get enough credit for the job he's done as the third option with the Miami Heat. Only shockingly made one All-NBA team, making second team in 07 behind Dirk Nowitzki and Tim Duncan, where there were also a lot of great forwards in his era. LeBron, Dirk, Duncan, KG, and even Melo had the edge over Bosh. Number 12, Pau Gasol, who was overshadowed by the greatness of Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, and Dirk Nowitzki in the mid-2000s. The 6-time All-Star was one of the best passing big men in his prime, made All-NBA second team twice in 2011 and 2015, where he put up more than 18 points, 10 rebounds both seasons, finished behind LeBron James and Kevin Durant in the forward spot in 2011, and behind his younger brother Marc Gasol in 2015 at the center position, something Marc can always brag to Pau about. Number 11, Hale Greer, who played in the 60s era, where the 6'2" guard won a title with the 76ers in 67. Greer made All-NBA second team from 1963 to 69, averaging over 22 points for those 7 seasons, but the guards who made first team over him were Jerry West and Oscar Robertson, which is why Greer's greatness and his time were overshadowed by those two. Number 10, Carmelo Anthony, who was one of the best scorers of his generation, will sadly be forgotten as the years go by. The 10-time All-Star will always be under heavy criticism since he was drafted the same year as LeBron James, who also plays the same position as him. That's the main reason why Melo was never on first team All-NBA, but Anthony did make second team twice in 2010 and 2013, finished behind Kevin Durant and LeBron James both times, even finished third for MVP in 2013, also behind KD and LeBron. Melo also made All-NBA third team 4 times. Number 9, Adrian Dantley, who averaged 30 plus points from 81 to 84, never won a championship, but the 6-time All-Star appeared on 2 second-team All-NBA selections in 81 and 84, was just as good as any scorer as anybody there was in his era, but never got the edge over some of the very best in his position. Number 8, Alex English, the most prolific scorer in the 80s, the 8-time All-Star is one of the most forgotten great scorers since he never won a title, made second-team All-NBA 3 times in 82, 83, and 86 in the forward spot, finished behind Larry Legend and Dr. J in 82 and 83. In 86, finished behind Bird and Dominique Wilkins. Number 7, Vince Carter, who will be returning for his 22nd season. The 8-time All-Star only made 2 All-NBA teams for his career in 2000 and 2001 because of the amazing guards drawing his era. Guys like Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, and Jason Kidd were better. VC made second team in 01, where J. Kidd and AI were named on first team. Even Kobe Bryant didn't make first team that season. Shockingly, Carter never made another All-NBA team again, since the Raptors struggled after 01, and other shooting guards like Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, and T-Mac in the mid-2000s were better. Number 6, Dave Cowens. The 8-time All-Star was one of the most relentless centers in the 70s, was fearless on the glass, made 3 All-NBA second teams in 73, 75, and 76, even won MVP in 73 in a controversial decision over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who had the way better stats, and Jabbar was the one who made first team All-NBA. In 75, Cowens finished All-NBA second team behind Bob MacLeod, who won MVP at the center position that year, and behind Jabbar again in 76. Number 5, Robert Parish. The 9-time All-Star won 3 titles with the Boston Celtics and 1 with the Chicago Bulls in 97. He was never even the first or second option on the Celtics, where he had Bird and McHale. Parish did all the little things, could have had way better numbers on an average team, finished second team All-NBA in 82 behind the great Moses Malone. Number 4, Bob Lanier. The best player to never make any All-NBA team, the 6'11 center averaged 20 and 10 for his NBA career, but the league didn't create a third team until the 87-88 season. Combined with the great big men in his era, the 8-time All-Star finished top 5 in MVP voting in 74 and 77, but wasn't on either first or second team since the centers were Bob MacLeod, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Bill Walton all had first and second team over him. Number 3, Ray Allen. The 10-time All-Star was also overshadowed by some of the greats in his position in the early to mid-2000s. Made All-NBA third team in 01 behind Kobe, T-Mac, AI, and Jason Kidd. Had his best season with the Sonics in 05, leading his team to 52 wins. As the best player that year, he finished second team All-NBA behind AI and Steve Nash in the guard position. Number 2, Paul Pierce. The Truth always played well in big games against the best players, but he was never even close to being a top 5 player at any point of his career. The former Finals MVP made 4 All-NBA teams, All-NBA third team in 02, 03, and 08, where he actually played shooting guard for 4 seasons of his career. Finished behind Iverson, Gary Payton, Kobe, and J. Kidd in 02, J. Kidd, AI, Kobe, and T-Mac in 03. In 08, Dirk, Duncan, LeBron, and his teammate Kevin Garnett were all better. Pierce would make second team in 09, where LeBron and Dirk were of course better in the forward position. Number 1, James Worthy, who had an amazing 12-year career with the Lakers. The 3-time NBA champ only appeared on 2 NBA teams, made third team All-NBA in 90 and 91, where he averaged over 21 a game. Worthy was a way better postseason player than a regular season player. The other forwards who made first team were Barkley and Malone those years. Second teamers were Chris Mullin, Dominique Wilkins, Larry Bird, and Tom Chambers. Where Worthy, much like Klay Thompson, were never the first option on their teams, but were amazing two-way players who were very unselfish and stepped up in big moments. Klay, on the other hand, was snubbed from All-NBA team this season and only made it twice to third team All-NBA, just like James Worthy. And if Worthy was the main guy on a decent team, the 7-time All-Star would have way better numbers. But for him, it's never about the stats. It's all about winning and doing what's best for his team. If you were to ask me who would I rather have on a good team, give me James Worthy over Carmelo Anthony any day. Even though Melo scored more points and appeared on way more All-NBA teams, Anthony didn't play defense, never made his teammates better, only won 3 playoff series for his career, failed to elevate his game in the postseason, while Worthy, as a second and third option, elevated his performance and competed on both ends of the floor, making all the winning plays. Honorable mentions includes Mitt Richmond, who made second team in 94, 95, and 97. I didn't put him on this list since he didn't have much postseason success, winning a title his final year with the Lakers. He only played 2 games that postseason, only made 3 playoff appearances, before that 2 with TMZ and 1 with Sacramento. Yao Ming, on the other hand, made second team All-NBA twice, had his career cut short by injury. Manu Ginobili appeared on 2 third team All-NBA. Dennis Rodman won 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, made All-NBA third team twice. Joe Dumars appeared on second team in 93. Blake Griffin made second team All-NBA 3 times. Walt Benamy averaged 20 and 14 for his career. Reggie Miller appeared on 3 third team All-NBA teams, and Dikembe Mutombo won 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, appeared on all second team in 2001. I know I mentioned a lot of names in this video. I just love sharing my basketball knowledge to you guys. A lot of forgotten all-time great players simply don't get enough credit for what they accomplished, so you gotta give them their respect. Thank you so much for watching this video. I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you love the NBA, subscribe for more content, more great stuff coming soon. I love all of you. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. See you next time.